Welcome back everyone. In today's video, it's all about Kid Flash. Well, kind of sort of, because we do have a Flash figure in here, and I do want to show everyone this Flash 2-pack that we'll be opening up in a different video. And in our previous video, we checked out these two figures, the Flash and Reverse Flash from the television series. But back to what we have today, we have 4 different figures. On the left, we have Kid Flash, the Flash, another Kid Flash, and another Kid Flash. Let's start out by checking out this Kid Flash figure from the year 2000. On the top of the package, it says DC Direct Action Figures Kid Flash, and this comes with the Kid Flash figure and this action figure stand. Let's take a look at the back of the package. This figure is from the year 2000, and there's other figures from this set that we can collect. And here's what our Kid Flash figure looks like. It says Kid Flash is highly articulated, and by placing his foot onto the peg on the base, you can create many dynamic running poses. And that's definitely an awesome running pose. We know that the Flash is an extremely fast superhero speedster, but who exactly is Kid Flash? Well, let's read a bit about Kid Flash. While visiting his uncle Barry Allen as a kid, Wally West was soaked by chemicals that had been struck by lightning. He would soon discover that he had gained the ability to tap into the power of the Speed Force, and in no time was working as the Flash's sidekick, calling himself Kid Flash. Wally went on to help form the original Teen Titans and has been a member of each of the groups. Alright, let's get to it and open this figure from 2000. This has become a collectible vintage figure, and we are checking it out for the first time. This is going to look really awesome once we get this figure on its base where we can do the running action poses. Here it is out of the package. Let's put the base aside for a moment and look at this Kid Flash Wally West figure. This is really cool. I like the yellow and the red. It kind of has the Flash, yet a little bit of Reverse Flash coloring to the suit. And he has really cool boots. And the red gloves. And that red lightning bolt looks really cool. So this is definitely an awesome figure. And it does have a pretty good amount of articulation. It doesn't do the split stretch to the side to side, just similar to our other 2 figures that didn't do that we checked out in a previous video. So it looks like it has similar articulation to those, which is fine because we can get it in this running pose. We'll get his arms in position. I think that looks really cool in that running pose already. And here's the base with the foot peg that we can put his foot on. And now we have him in a lunging forward position. So yeah, we definitely can get him into a lot of different poses while using this action figure stand. We can really position him almost however we want to. That looks really cool. That might be one of my favorites so far. Actually, yeah, this one looks really cool. I mean, it looks like he's running extremely fast here. Now let's get him in a double punching, lunging pose. Here, get this back leg straightened out a little bit. So yeah, he's really going in there with that double punch lunging pose. So that's awesome. Let's get a closer look at this figure. Let's put his hands and arms to his side. And check it out, everyone. The peg broke. So the lesson learned here is get him in the action pose you want, and then carefully put him on this because it did break, unfortunately. I was able to remove that piece of foot peg that was stuck in here. And another thing with these older action figures is sometimes the plastic will crack easier or is a little bit more brittle, not as strong as it once was. Therefore, these action figures do have to be handled with care. Let's keep going with the Kid Flash action figures. And why don't we open up this 2-pack next? This is really cool. This 2-pack is the DC Universe Young Justice, The Flash, and Kid Flash Team Speedsters, and this definitely is a Speedster team with these two. So you have the Flash over here and Kid Flash on the other side. Really cool artwork and design on this box. Really neat. So Young Justice, DC Universe, Team Speedsters, you have the Flash over there and the Kid Flash. I really like the design and the background of this. I like that orange and reddish burst on the package, really adds to it a lot. Looks like there's some other figures, as usual, that we can collect within the set. These are also 2-packs, so you have these double 2-pack teams here, and this is the one we'll be checking out today. Let's get a closer look at these 2-packs. These are really cool. So you can collect all of these, and with each of these you get a piece of the Build-A-Figure. So this on the left has the left leg and right leg. So you actually get 2 pieces, left arm and right arm, and head and torso. And this is the figure that we can build, and you only need to collect 3 different sets to get this one figure put together, which is not too hard to do. Well, then again, given the age of this, it may not be so easy, given that these are from 2011, so they're not that easy to find anymore. And I'll get this open and we'll check it out. Here's our 2 figures out of the package. Well, 2 1/3 because we have our partial figure here. So let's start out with the Flash. So these figures are a lot more simple and basic with less articulation than the other Kid Flash figure that we just checked out, but still really cool. They have similar articulation to the original Star Wars figures from the 1970s and 80s, with the very limited articulation, but you know what, the arms still swing front and back, which is good, and the legs do also move in similar direction to front and back. Just no split stretch moving the arms side to side, no bending the knees, the feet, or the elbows, but still a really cool figure. Always like to have all these different varieties and variations of the Flash and Kid Flash, and with all of these figures, I think it's going to be time to do a Flash type collection. What I mean by that is like the Kid Flash, and all those associated characters, maybe even Reverse Flash could be in there too. And when I get more and more, we could separate it to just the Flash, just the Kid Flash, just the Reverse Flash, and so on. Okay, so here is our Kid Flash figure. Similar or exactly the same articulation as the Flash that we just checked out. This is a cool figure too, and I'll get really detailed close-ups of both of these in a little bit. And it looks like they both have the closed fist on the left hand and open hand on the right. So that's how those go. And our Build-A-Figure, so we have 1/3 of it complete. We still need the arms and the legs. So when I put the head on this figure, I was really careful because I didn't want the plastic to break, given that's from 2011. The Flash stands really well on his own. The Kid Flash, I have to kind of bend him back a little bit, and to do it carefully. I'll probably bring his arms back. So if the figure does not want to stand straight and wants to lean forward, you can move the arms back a little bit just to offset the balance a bit. And here's a close-up of these 2 figures. We have the Flash, Barry Allen on the left, Kid Flash, Wally West on the right. Let's move these figures aside and we'll check out our last figure today. It's another Kid Flash figure and a really neat figure. So this is the DC Universe Kid Flash Classics Wave 7 Figure 2. Includes your Collect and Connect figure piece. So we get another Collect and Connect figure piece or Build-A-Figure piece. So this will be the right arm of this figure. I really like the back of the package of this figure. It looks really cool. And down here's a bit of a biography of the Kid Flash. Kind of covers similar to what we read before, maybe a little bit more detail in this one. More figures within the set to collect. So there's the Flash, Kid Flash, which we'll be checking out today, Blue Beetle, Aquaman, Captain Cold, some other really cool figures. Yeah, I really like these DC Universe figures. Here we go, everyone. All the way back from 2008, we are going to open this for the first time. Here it is. Wow, the Kid Flash. I really like this figure. This one, he looks older. He looks older than he does with this one. I mean, a little bit older. So it's like this one, he looks probably the youngest. And then this one second, and this one he looks the oldest. So that's not why I like the figure. That doesn't really matter, but I really like the design of it. I like the articulation. There's more, this one has the most articulation of all the figures. It just looks really cool. I like the different color pattern on it. And that figure stand would have come in really handy for this figure. Although the foot peg was different on it, it was kind of a unique foot peg. As you can see on this figure, it's like a half circle foot peg, or maybe like 2/3 of a circle. So kind of a different looking foot peg that is extremely unique. But anyway, let's get back to this figure and checking out all the articulation. And we can just get him into these really cool poses like that. I mean, that looks awesome. So really cool. And again, this is from 2008. They made some really good action figures in that 2008 and 9. And here's that right arm. And by the way, this is for Atom Smasher, Build-A-Figure, or Collect and Connect figures. Different names for them, but all kind of the same. You're getting different pieces of the figures and building them, putting them together. Here's a close-up of our new figure. Here's a look at all of our figures and all of our partial Build-A-Figure pieces. So we have the Kid Flash over here and the Flash on this side. And that's it. I definitely think we're on our way to doing a Speedster Flash, Reverse Flash, Kid Flash collection video. Hopefully soon. There's probably 10 to 20, probably 15 to 20 figures in the collection, I would say, so far. So that's getting up there. I think that qualifies for a collection video. And for everyone that's still watching this video, I really appreciate it. And please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.